Look around stuff. Today's episode is Rehab of 12-belt pressure washer, 3000 psi. This is carb sealing. In episode 2, I had replaced the fuel lines on the 12-belt pressure washer, including a cutoff switch. And I got to the point where I realized that it was actually leaking at the bottom of the carburetor bowl, which is attached to the bottom of the carburetor. And so I ordered a kit, a gasket kit, which included a rubber ring for the top where the bowl mates up against directly the carburetor. It came with a new bolt for the bottom, and it came with a small paper gasket that went around that bolt that it attaches the bowl to the carburetor from the bottom. Well, when I got it, it didn't fit. I was supposedly going to fit, but it didn't. The bolt was too small, wouldn't thread. The O-ring at the top was too small, wouldn't go around the bowl properly. So I had to use my old rubber ring at the top, which I did get put back on, and it didn't look bad to begin with. Leaking was really at the bottom where the bolt comes through the bottom of the bowl and attaches to the carburetor, and that it was actually a paper ring at the bottom there. It had disintegrated, and that's where it was leaking. So the new kit didn't work. I had to use my old rubber ring at the top, and I took the bolt, my original carburetor bolt, went to my stash of rubber O-rings, and I found a small one that would go over the bolt, but I thought it would also cover enough of the hole up and the bottom of the float that it wouldn't leak. I assembled it all back together and hand tightened the bolt up in, and then I made the mistake that I had made a long time ago and I forgot about. Was the bowl at the bottom, in this particular case, tighter is not better. You want that bowl at the bottom just to go up enough so that it doesn't leak at that bolt. If you over tighten, you're going to deform the base of the bowl, and it will leak gas around that. I remembered learning this years and years ago, but I haven't replaced that many carb bowls. So don't over tighten it. If you over tighten it, it will pull and deform the bottom of the bowl to the point it's leaking again. So you want to tighten it up enough so that no gas leaks out of the bowl. And there's really no pressure to speak of on the gasoline in the bowl. It's just a cup, a basin, for which the carburetor uses to run, feed the ignition. It's got a needle valve on it and a float, and as the float goes down, the fuel gets used out of the reservoir of the carburetor bowl. That valve opens and lets more fuel to come in from the gas tank, and as the level rises in the bowl, that valve shuts off new gas in. So it's constantly going up and down like this, letting fuel in, shutting it off, letting fuel in, shutting it off. There's no real pressure on the gasoline in the bowl. If you over tighten, it'll deform the bottom of the bowl and it will leak at that bowl. That's all I'm trying to convey today. I have it in there now. It doesn't appear to be leaking. I do have a cutoff switch on the gas tank, so I have it currently left on. I left it on for 24 hours. I don't see it leaking. So later today I'm going to actually hook it up to the water hose and try it all out. It should fire right up, and it should not leak at the bowl, but the real test is, does it leak at the bowl when I'm using it, when I've got gas coming in and out of it. That's all I'm trying to tell you today. If you do anything with the bowl on the carburetor, do not over tighten that bolt at the bottom that holds that bowl to the carburetor bottom. Today is the 27th of July, 2025, and I hope this one actually records.